Well, good evening here. We're still just doing a little bit more setup here, but this is our second race, I believe, Group 9 here today, of our second race of DWR tonight here. I'm Night2. With me here is Zatrix here, I believe. Say hi today.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another race. I'm excited to watch this one.
Absolutely. I know we probably went over it last race, but you want to let everybody know what we are exactly in for here on week 1, even though we do have the flags up there. What are our racers looking for today?
Yeah, so each week in Winter League, we try to theme it around a certain feature flag. This week, it's going to be the permanent repel flag, which means at any time you are constantly under repel unless you are in dungeons. So the players are going to need to be careful about how much armor they buy and be constantly cognizant of how high their defense is to know what monsters they're repelling.
Yep, absolutely. And speaking of, there is a gentleman's agreement here. If armor does pop up in the throne room, since you can't exactly come back to it and you kind of need to win the game there, if armor does pop up in the throne room, the racers here tonight have agreed to re-roll the seeds. So we'll see if we get a false start here or not.
Yeah, that's a minor protection. They could still hit that armor in any other early chest and be stuck with it, but at least they have that one little shield of safety there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the whole no going back. I shudder to think what you might have to do to win an Armorless Dragon Lord and what levels you might have to approach there. No, thank you there. But the treasure guards are on, so we will potentially know what chests when you walk over them, as opposed to the overworld search spot, which will not. But however, if you're in Cole or a town that has a chest, you pop up a monster, you're fairly certain you've got one of the two big items you need here for this race.
Absolutely. And the other interesting thing about this flag set is they've kind of removed all the other distractions that you might have to worry about on top of thinking about permanent repel. So we have open charlock, no required magic keys. So it's really going to be get out there, find a grind, explore at the most strategic time, and then see how the exploration luck goes. And we're off.
Yeah, it comes down to a lot of risk management I've seen here. Running this race myself, it's been quite interesting. But our early chests here, first chest herbs, second cursed belt, that's 180 gold that you can save, and 614. No false start today.
Sawneyrath getting out the door first and going to go ahead and trigger that gold glitch to see if we can get some kind of gold grind or maybe item grind.
Yeah, I missed strength. 19 hit points is a little interesting. No magic here. Dragon scale, some more gold, and yep, that gold grind is starting there. Yeah, that's a low HP number for starting out. I did not see a strength number yet, though.
Sawneyrath's going to go ahead and take the herb grind as well.
Yeah, that 22 MP makes me feel like pretty good here, but yeah, that early herb grind, nice. Oh, that's grave under there, so Destiny's gonna get a hero walk all the way there. Wait, that was actually a dragon scale? Maybe not.
I think he's doubling back to you to figure it out. When Sandcraft straight into the jaws of a red dragon.
Yes. Oh my. Nothing really exciting here. Two people have already encountered the fun police here. Here's a magician. That's better.
Not so much.
Oh, never mind. Okay, magicians are totally off the table here, so we do have, with these inflated gold totals here, that we do have a lot, all of our runners actually heading out, seeing if we can find an early town to leverage some of that cash here.
Hey, Destiny getting eyes on a slime. That might be the ticket to level 2.
Yeah, watching Edge and Sandcraft here, just kind of doing a little bit of, or a lot of bit of walking here, honestly. Oh no, was that 1 or 2 hit points? That swamp tile no good here, but it does not appear so far that we have any sort of early town for that money.
Star Wyvern's also packing DL2 breath, so at least a good bit of info for Sawneyrath on that death.
Yep, Destiny does seem to have that desert just north there for good encounter rates does seem to be at least slime friendly here, so probably a good idea just to hit that level 2, see if we get any kind of help in this exploration here.
Yeah, if level 2 comes with a decent amount of AP or the hurt spell, then that's going to be a beautiful grind spot for the early game.
It does seem to be pretty close to a zone line here, however. I did see some of the others making it to like metal scorpions and such very quickly here. Destiny one slime away here from at least seeing if level 2 gets us out of jail here. Although it does look like Sawny has found slimes.
And they have.
Wait a minute, was that DL2?
So Destiny has not found that out yet. Looks like he's going to
25%. Yeah, that's very interesting. But we do see level 2 here coming up with 22 speed, 6 hit points, and 2 magic points. Yeah, I think we're out of jail. Also interesting, Sandcraft has found a metal slime. Very close to Tantagel. There's a crit. A 32. That'll get you straight to 3 here. So another 5. Okay, stop spell there. But yeah, big metal slime, and before we had 20 strength, so it couldn't even run away.
Destiny picking up stop spell for level 3.
And then running straight into Red Dragon, cast Chomp More, and that's all for that. That's all for that life there.
Yeah, some pretty disparate strategies we're seeing here. We're seeing exploration. We're seeing a more focused grind. Possibly a. It looks like Sandcraft is not heading back to the metals. I think he's going to settle in on the easier zone here, the same zone Destiny's in.
Yep, we're going to see 4 here very quickly from both of them. 2 more power, 5 speed, 1 hit point, 10. Still a little light on the magic here. But at least enough where you can kind of start looking here. I mean, but the thing is, with all these early enemies having stuff like DL, as we see Sawny get out of level 1 jail here, what doesn't have DL2 breath or something crazy at this point?
Yeah, I definitely think the play here, as Artorias is saying in chat, is to just settle in with these scorpions, get a couple of more levels here, and see what the seed hands you.
The seed is handing them more spicy chili, apparently, as magicians also join the group of monsters to have DL2 breath. And behind that, Metal Scorpions rolled Hurt More as well. So, wow, this is a very unfriendly early group of enemies here. So, are they telling you to stay in, or are they telling you to go out? Really?
I mean, it's looking at level 4. You got the potential to one-shot the magicians, so I would still take them even after I saw it, maybe. Or I would just run and settle for the scorpions.
Yeah, the scorpions definitely do seem to be the friendliest around. Edge just needs to find some more of these slimes here. We do have level 5, 4 power, 6 speed, no more hit points, 4 magic, and a heal spell. But is that 29 our max right now? Yes, it is at level 5, so very low hit points here starting out as well.
Destiny seems to have settled into maybe Zone 2? Zone 1? I'm not sure. Up and down, left and right. But he seems to like this zone better than Zone 0.
Yep, and Sawneyrath has found their way through Mountain Cave, going to see if there's any kind of pay dirt here. That's a Druid Lord with sleep.
That's pretty nasty overworld so far. Oh, we finally have a town in Sandcraft.
Shopping mall of all places. Let's see what we have in terms of hopefully cheap weaponry. Like a 5 gold flame sword.
There we go. Looked like that shopkeeper did not want to talk to him at first.
Seems like these prices are criminal. Not to mention that our town also has a big C right next to it, so a nice in-stop ready for when our runners are ready to dive. But Sandcraft gonna get paid pretty good with that flame sword starting out now.
Sawneyrath tapping into Garenham now. See this shop? It's not a 5 gold flame sword, but an 86 gold broadsword is almost just as good. Alright, Sandcraft back for more shopping.
Yeah, a large shield should push the scaling too hard in terms of defense and chasing enemies away there, so that's not bad, especially when you do have that flame sword here. Did see level 6 down on Destiny's side, and only looks like 2 hit points to go along with a few small stats. Did not see if any magic was had on that spell either, but we'll see that probably in a little bit here.
Alright, Edge's exploration finally paying off. He reaches Garenham as well, so he'll be able to get that broadsword and hopefully get starting to get caught up on experience once he gets that in hand.
And Destiny has found Swamp South that Sani ran into there, so nothing new just yet here. But yeah, Edge probably much happy to see some kind of extra offense given what we started with here. Also note that Sandcraft did pick up magic armor too. Did load up on the defense there. I wish I knew my repel scaling a little bit more. Edge actually picking up a bunch of torches there. Hasn't seen the weapon armor shop there, but it's definitely a nice hedge just in case you find something or where you didn't have a weapon there. Thankfully, that broadsword doing that, and I'm pretty sure that was a very cheap silver shield for sale as well. Not something we would have grabbed just yet, but nice to know.
Yeah, that 47 defense is going to be repelling pretty much all of the early game enemies, even up to Wolf.
Edge did find a trapped box, however. A wyvern is guarding either the sword or the armor in Garanham. Sonny is about to find that out. Might be able to. That's still a low bounce of hit points, though.
Right, Edge getting on board with level 2. Or straight to 3.
Yep, level 7 just popped for Destiny, and I just missed the I just missed the stat roll over there. We'll see, come up here a little bit. 36 hit points is more than 29, though.
Yeah, it didn't look like too major of a level, no major spells, and modest stat gains.
Yeah, as chat pointed out, the nature of this seed is, even though Edge was definitely last to get out of level 1 jail, that has basically already closed the gap with Sandcraft in terms of XP here, and really isn't too far behind the other runners here. Definitely within catch-up distance, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely a situation where a disciplined grind could get you caught right back up if everyone else is pushing exploration. My concern right now is definitely for Sandcraft. That magic armor is going to help him explore some, but is really going to make getting experience hard.
Yeah, that Wolf Lord might be one of the best things that Sandcraft could have found here. Might try to stick in this. Oh no, did not have the damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, might be worth taking a second crack at that zone to see if maybe he could get some levels out of those things. Assuming the blue dragon lets him get there.
Oh, well, they, true to being dragons, also have DL2 breath. I think the amount of things that have DL2 breath are more than what doesn't, at least, on this seed here. Oh, and, the Spectre just changed it up by a hurt more there. Flashing screens everywhere. Axe Knight says go home. Red Dragon says go home. We did stop spell Skeleton. I can't remember if that was just hurt more there, but I'm guessing so, given that Destiny lobbed up a... Oh, stopping heal more. That's a good one to stop too.
Right, Sandcraft taking a crack as Druid Lord. And they have sleep.
I'm gonna get another chance here. Gonna pop an herb.
Let him wake up.
I'm wondering if that sleep is fairly low. Oh, we do have stop spell, so even better. Might have to pop
Alright, so that
another herb at
might
this
make
point,
that a good
but
target.
yeah.
And there we go.
58 points gets you right back into the thick of things here. Gets you level 5, not yet to 6 there. And we've only seen 7 on DWs here, so... Yeah, but yeah, Sandcraft has definitely found a zone where he thinks he can at least leverage that, maybe not against Axe Knights, but... And Sani's gonna give us a early coordinates check here, just to see if we do have anything on that. That's definitely spicy given our low hit point count here. 31 max. That's a lot of heals going here.
2 steps at a time. Oh, that is walkable.
That is absolutely walkable. 7 south, 28 east, and we know it's flute, DN, or one of the two here. So
about a 25% chance that he ends up in the same position as Sandcraft, looking for a very narrow set of monsters for experience.
yeah, I ran into this many a time on practices here, where you see the shiny portions of what you're looking for, or at least in terms of armor. You're like, oh boy, I really want this magic. No, I don't want this magic armor here. And it's the DN, so nice to have, but unless we start seeing some double-digit HP growth, that might just be money at this point.
Checking in on experience, Sandcraft has not been overly successful getting those kills. Hopefully the RNG starts going his way a little bit more. Destiny is honing in on level 8.
Yeah, these Spectres are a lot friendlier after a stop spell here. This is level 8 coming in now, though. 4 power, 6 speed, 1 whole hit point, sleep and radiant. Sleep's a pretty good tool, but, oh my. Sonny topping off. Does look like it's going to take another shot at that Wyvern here, level 7. Don't really blame here. We're hopefully going to see if this is sword or armor here. Oh, first swing, it is dodging. Up, 2 hits was enough to do it. Drum roll, please, here, and we have armor. Okay, well,
Oh boy.
I'm not mad at it at this point, but that's definitely at 45 defense. He's gonna run into the same issue that Sandcraft is here. Now armor is going to at least do a lot better against those DL breaths and that stuff, or just run into Droll Magi's crit. That works too.
Meanwhile, Edge has been putting that broadsword to use, getting pretty close to catching up with Destiny on experience.
Yeah, I think just past Saudi by chance there. Again, yeah, the armor's a little curse. Only gold in Tablet Cave, so we can cross that one off our list here as well. Destiny... Okay, didn't have as much attack power as he thought or wanted to Death Warp home. The Green Dragon was more than happy to give it to him. Archie has a good point there. I don't think anybody has checked under Garenham either. Now, for the people that do have armor, I'm wondering, I know Sani knows that Swamp Cave is a definite possibility. At least a place where you can grind repel lists, but I also know red dragons are down there, so...
Sandcraft using some mini-boss strats here on the Wyvern, treating it like it's its own little early game DL2.
Sandcraft going to max out that armor rating here. Well, maybe not, no silver shield yet, but is going to pick up Erdrick's armor as well. Swamps be gone, but man, I wish I had a table in terms of where everything gets repelled here. That list just
57.
got larger.
So Wolf Lords and Druid Lords are now off the table for Sandcraft. As our Goldman, Droll Magi. Wyverns. That's gonna be... he might need to find a dungeon to grind in. Alright, and there's the back of Garenham that was Staff of Rain Cave, so nothing of note.
And Sandcraft is going to head into, well, that's Tablet Cave. We know that's just gold, and an encounter-free workplace here. Everybody else seems to have arrived at, I'm seeing a lot of Droll Magi passing by on the screen here. Does seem to be the grind everybody is kind of going for right now.
Yeah, chat pointing out Destiny chose not to pick up the chest in Garenham and has gone back to save, so we may be getting a safety save here to protect him from Sandcraft and Sawneyrath's fate.
A fate that Edge has just joined, as he has also picked up... Oh no, he's taking the reset here. Yeah, but I guess he must have just saved and we were not looking. Yeah, 364, yeah, he also just saved there. So Edge says, armor, I'll come back for you. But nice to know it's there.
Yeah, and I like that play. I think with how ridiculous the monsters on this overworld have been, I don't think you want to be repelling anything that could be useful.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen how much issues Sandcraft has had with some of the best equipment in the game, but yeah, that it's the monkey paw of permanent repel on the overworld. Is just we don't know what we can take here, and Star Wyvern's kind of hurt here.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Sandcraft has killed one monster since picking up that magic armor. One on the overworld and the Wyvern, and that is all the kills he has gotten thus far.
Yeah, that sounds to be right. I think I'm still kind of standing by the whole. Maybe we need to find just find someplace like that swamp cave there, where you might get something nice out of that repel spell here, or your lack of repel spell there, I guess more. Caitlin could go pick up those coordinates, but unfortunately, the accessory nobody wants right now is there.
Yeah, you never know what the RNG is going to do, but the way the HP has been rolling out thus far, it's not feeling like a Death Necklace seed as of yet.
Yeah, also, going back to Edge here, last one by a while to get out of level 1 jail, and now tops in XP here, and is creeping up here on level 9 here fairly soon.
Yeah, Edge was definitely seems to have been operating under a pretty solid game plan of I am going to explore till I get a weapon, and then I'm going to grind. And that has been pretty much his MO this whole race. So while he was, like you said, the last person to get out of level 1 jail, he's been pretty disciplined thus far.
And I'm pretty sure the Spectre should show us level 9 here, so hold please just one moment for that. And here we are, we have 0 power, 2 speed, 4 hit points, 28 magic, and the hurt spell.
Alright, so now that we have hurt on the table, that means any level beyond level 9, we could get hurt more, which could very much unlock some things on this seed.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking that myself. I'm like, hurt not so much with the physical power we have there, but yeah, as you said, just any shot at hurt more. Keep grinding at that point. I mean, hurt more just unlocks the seed.
And Sandcraft with his first kill in a long while, he's gotten himself in a dungeon, so he should be getting some experience down here.
Those wraiths are absolutely great for Sandcraft. That is what I would hope to sit on for a while here. Gonna dive deep grave by the looks of it here. But at the very least, has some grind to go along with it there. Picking off basic slimes as well here, but you know, anything you can get when you've been kind of locked out this early here, unfortunately. Sawneyrath running into that same problem here, has kind of dropped off a little bit due to the pickup of that Erdrick's armor. Unfortunately, this wizard is going to escort him from the grave here. Not before he picked up level 6, but still, at this point, all of our runners just basically say, where are our hit points here?
Yeah, Sandcraft's going to head right back down, which I think is the right move. Just get to that top floor, start killing some wraiths, get yourself caught up.
Yeah, absolutely. Picking up 7, 8, anything that just kind of helps you along here. I mean, does have the edge in combat, at least in terms of stats here. So if you can just get there, it's gonna be better for Sandcraft here. Skeletons as well, that's great. Oh, heal more skeletons, but, well...
Yeah, but Sawneyrath looks like using the exact... maybe not the exact same zone. Sawneyrath is in Swamp Cave, so I think that'd be shared with top floor of Mountain.
Yep, Warlock's perfectly cromulent to at least get a bit of a grind here on. Definitely not as good as the Droll Magi that Edge is dealing with here, who is still just pushing that grind for very good reason, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've been neglecting Destiny's stream. It looks like maybe he's been trying to push exploration at this point.
A little bit. Yeah, it's actually a lot of it there, because Destiny is the other one who has not picked that up. Unfortunately, the silhouette you see on the screen there is unfortunately the what Destiny has been running into a lot here. The red dragons are they are everywhere right now. And Sawneyrath might actually be stopping after seeing that Droll Magi and saying, maybe this is okay, and Star Wyvern says, maybe not so much.
Alright, Destiny has found his own Wraith Zone to grind. And Edge, we can not get sent home, creeping close to level 10.
Yeah, those Wraiths also having Stop Spell is just kind of icing on the cake, at least in terms of that grind there. Don't know if he's going to try to go a little further. Druin's not terrible, but then again, anything you can kill at this point, given the seed, is not terrible, so...
And I'm wondering if Destiny has forgotten that Grave was down there in the basement, because he's settling into this zone that has the Wraiths and the Skeletons, but is sharing it with the Red Dragons, which is keeping him having to start and stop over and over again every time he gets killed.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening there. Sami still seems to be looking for a good zone. Edge, I think, has found that just a little bit north of where Sani has been. At least where these Droll Magi seem plentiful here, as Destiny does get the quasi-good news about level 9. I missed level 10, apparently, but it seems to also be completely bereft of HP.
Yeah. But yeah, this desert has been Edge's home base for half the seed.
I mean, it's absolutely worked out for him with his Droll Magi going. He's got a 600-point lead on his closest competitor here, Destiny here. So, go with what works. $1410 level 10. Thank you, Gabriel.
We got simultaneous Red Dragon kills on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but we are very close to the century mark here in player deaths, unfortunately. Seed is giving them the business, sadly. As Sandcraft does seem to have arrived, and probably the best ride there on Grave, as we said. Is catching up a little bit, at least in terms of raw level.
Yeah, he's starting to creep up on Destiny. Red Dragons don't want to let him do it, though.
Oh no, they're not only patrolling the overworld here. Edge is, I believe, finally heading out there. Got across this big swamp. Okay, that's Canlin there. Alright. Could probably upgrade to a flame sword at least, though.
Yeah, he'll be happy to see that. We'll have to see if he gives us the two-step heal to get cords while he's here.
Yep, stays away from armor. Doesn't really want to mess with that just yet here.
Sawneyrath taking on this blue dragon with stop spell.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see stop spell. Don't get me wrong there, but unfortunately, as Chat has been pointing out, we're a little below average in terms of just raw physical attack as well, so unlikely to get there. Destiny has found Hawksness.
Going straight for the knowledge.
I don't hate to see an X-Knight there, but
yes,
yeah,
I don't think
not
that's doable
ready
at this
just
point.
yet. I mean, unless you are able to break its sleep resistance and get really lucky, but yeah, it's probably not how we operate much.
Destiny getting eyes on Cantlin as well, so he may be getting his flame sword here.
Yeah, at this point, anything that's gonna help at least take things down just a little bit faster here. At the very least here, kind of looking that over. I don't know what Edge just actually fought and killed there. It looked big. Okay, that's terrible.
There's another one of his droll magi. His,
oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was something else, but
what else would it be?
the Spectres, apparently. Sonny getting the run from that AK here, possibly breaking new ground. That AK-47 was not very happy about being ran from, and sends Sawneyrath back to start, though.
Right, Destiny bailing out to check the cords. Will be disappointed to find Death Necklace. And Edge sitting on just about 700 XP lead at this point, so continuing to widen that gap.
Yeah, getting fairly
800.
close to our level 11 here. Does it break us out? We don't know. That Drew Lord doesn't break us out, though. Or not out of sleep, at least. Don't sleep Axe Knights, but apparently sleep regular Knights, because that is totally what Destiny has done here, and getting rewarded for it at the very least. Wizard casts the spell of more than your max HP right now. Go home.
Destiny lost the count ever so slightly, but he'll doing the spiral to find it.
I remember being like, still in the forest, I thought. Just a little bit north. I think that's the spot right there. Yep, there it is. Okay, there's the DN for Destiny there.
Gotta hate it when you get attacked so many times you lose count.
We are going between stop spells having no effect, and it is dodging here. Nothing wants to happen with that combat that Edge is on right now.
I just want one more fight for him. And maybe we'll get some stats or spells to break us out of this grind here.
I was about to say, unless we get sent home immediately by that Star Wyvern, did get away here. I know the Wraiths and Wolf Lords here that Edge is looking for. Everybody else kind of in a little bit of an exploration holding pattern. Sandcraft is still basically lived in grave, which is probably the right play actually here. Still picking up Wraiths and Druins between these red dragons, unfortunately, still.
And Sawney, who is in the similar situation, is in the exact same play and close to exact same experience, so they've really
10,
synced up
17,
now.
3, 2, and outside. Plenty of strength, plenty of agility, light on everything else.
Yes, the HP deficit continues. It wouldn't be as annoying if every grindable zone didn't also have a red dragon lying in wait.
Yes, the one mob that just seems to be everywhere on a seed, and today it's red dragons here. Edge took a swing at that Axe Knight and then thought better of it, but it was too late. Question in chat saying, if we didn't have red dragons everywhere, would it really be DWR? Touche.
Well, they're certainly earning their nickname today. They are ruining the fun. Or entertaining our viewers.
Yeah, even Edge, who has picked up a 2-level lead now here, between everybody else who is at 9, still unfortunately gets accosted by the police here, and, well, I guess it's a short trip back home. Say, every time Edge has decided to stop spell these Hurt Mooring Wizards, they just swap to the staff and go for Bonkmore here. I actually think, is Sandcraft diving further into grave here?
He got sent home last time he was down there, but it looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, these Wolflords are actually really great here. Better than the Wraith Fair that he was been going on here. The Werewolves not so much, but has been getting away from them here, so could at least have found a... Oh, Axe Knight's not so much either. Destiny makes it to level 10 and gets the unfortunate news here.
Right, we seem to be having some kind of difficulty with Edge's stream, so hopefully we can get that smooth again. And I'm not sure if it's on his end or our end, but figure out what he's doing. He's definitely somewhere new.
I saw somebody kind of pass that area there.
That might be east of Cantlin, maybe?
That could be, but we'll never know, at least until we see that area again here, because the knight says go home.
Yeah, actually, I think that was the Death Necklace location, looking at the shape of that lake.
Meanwhile, the sea just tossing us more red dragons than we can handle. Sawney finds another one. Sandcraft finds another one. At this point, you ask yourself, back in the base vanilla game, why didn't the Dragon Lord just send out all the red dragons, right? I mean, I would find it utterly interesting, as Sawney is now diving into Grave as well here, that if one of our runners was to pick up the sword down here, but then I'm thinking, how much would that really change?
Yeah, I think every little bit helps for Sandcraft and Sawney, given their limited grind options.
I mean, Sandcraft has picked it back up and has drawn even with Sawney and Destiny here. So that is at least telling us the efficacy here of our grave grind. Edge is still has a decent sized lead, probably about closing in on about 1,000 now.
Yeah, and Edge seems to have given up on poking for new zones and is back at home.
Destiny's found Tablet Cave, goes back out of Tablet Cave, has found the gold down there, nothing great here, has found those specters that, this might be the same zone that Edge is in right now, which is proven to be a fairly good zone. Red Dragon proving me wrong.
I mean, that is that same zone.
Yeah, it really is. But, I mean, in terms of just what you can find here, maybe Edge has just had all the encounter luck, but, I mean, if you can get 2 or 3 Droll Magi to every one Red Dragon, maybe it's worth it here? I mean, I find myself just continuing to look over to Edge's stream and just, you know, like, okay, we're hitting another level here fairly soon. Is this the one that's going to break us out of alternate jail here?
Destiny broke some new ground, found not the most useful town in the world, but it's something new, so we'll take it.
It's a pit stop at least. I mean, it's a 6 gold inn. It's another place to reload on herbs. It's about all it's got going. Well, it's got some
Yeah, it's got some wolf lords.
Yeah,
that's something.
it's also got some blue dragons.
Oh, and red dragons. I was about to make a comment about how much better the blues are than reds for at least running, but nope. The seed continues to be consistent, if nothing else.
You get away, big brother!
Destiny finally taking another trip down to the swamp. We'll see, or excuse me, grave, and he'll see what that zone looks like, in his opinion.
I mean, I'm utterly interested, based on everything else it isn't that, maybe we do see what's down here. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't even say no to a fighter's ring.
Alright, incoming a level 12 for Edge.
Fingers crossed. 7 power, 3 speed, 1 hit point, no magic.
Of course.
You had hope. You do not have hope anymore.
I let myself believe for just a second.
You were not the only one. I'm like, okay, where's the 40 HP level here? Where's the hurt more? Clearly, not until we get to 13 now.
We're still getting back attacked to one shot by red dragons, which is just wild.
53 minutes in, still getting one shot in back attacks does not feel good, even though Edge is clearly miles ahead. I don't want to say miles, but clearly well ahead of the others at this point.
Yeah, his discipline here has given him a nice edge over his competitors. But
Sandcraft gets the sleep on the werewolf, is adding werewolves to his range here. 95 points does sound pretty good. The werewolf did play nice for a little bit at least.
Alright, looks like Sawneyrath is striking out.
Ooh, freebie
We
cave.
have
That's new.
Freebie Cave. Hey, fairy water, now we can repel monsters.
We can even throw it at some of them. Ooh, I was pulling for Sonic to get away from that Armored Knight. Was not to be here. Takes a much longer trip home here, as I think some of our runners here might just be looking and saying, well, we're not really getting great on our grind here, so let's see if we can explore into something here. At this point, God, the HP is just so low. You can't even really dive Charlock just thinking that the sword might be down there.
It's real tricky because you got to be thinking, if you choose to leave these somewhat unstable grinds, like, what am I going to find that's going to help me? Because sword isn't going to break you out of this. So they really have to be thinking, like, is there a chance I can find a better zone? And with what they've seen already, the answer, what we're seeing as spectators, is the answer is no.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm seeing a Rose Scorpion up there for Edge, which sounds better than a lot of people here. Yeah, Rose Scorpion doesn't sound bad. Just took most
I'll have
of
to
it
see what
once
it's
to actually
paired
take
with.
down. Yeah. Edge taking the big circle around, seeing Tantangel back out of the southern portion of our view there, so didn't see much out of that swamp dive there. And Sawny has found Hawksness. I don't believe this is the first trip that Sawny has made to Hawksness here.
So he'll be getting the bad news in just a minute.
Runs away. I might have tried to lob one sleep at it there. See if it took, but did get away, so what do I know?
We got another town on Edge's side.
Ran right by it. I wonder if it was that.
That's Hawksness.
Yeah, okay, that was Hawksness there. That said, this is Mountain Cave. First chest is probably was an herb. I actually think now that Sandcraft has kind of found that he can start taking some of these higher order monsters here, that he has moved back in a second place, and this grind, now that he can actually take these, is starting to pay off.
Yeah, Sawneyrath sent home before he had a chance to fully clear Mountain. We'll see if he heads back that way.
Sandcraft picks up level 11, sees the news. The numbers don't go up much, unfortunately, here. And Edge is inside Tablet Cave. Okay. Ooh, Cole. Cole is new.
Just a few steps away from Tablet Cave, which means at least two other runners just missed it.
Yep. Unfortunately, nothing on the search spot, so Cole just got a lot less exciting here, but yeah. Actually, Sawny ran right into it too, so it could have been that. Well, I mean, again, saw it in your Tablet Cave. Sawny gonna poke his head into the armor shop here. Gonna be tempted with that silver shield. Says no, thank you.
Yeah, Aaron asking in chat, what's the likelihood of Sword being in Charlock at this point? We still have a few chests we haven't checked yet, and Hawksness, of course. So it's looking more likely, but we don't have verification yet.
Yeah, I think we've got all four in the bottom of the mountain. I don't think anybody made it to those yet. Hawksness, and honestly,
Rimmeldar.
That's about it. Yeah, Rimmeldar. We haven't found Rimmeldar there. Destiny says now is the time, is dropping the Wyvern and picking up the armor.
Okay, now Destiny going for that blue dragon kill, hoping for the stop spells.
Yep. Meanwhile, Edge was back to Old Faithful in terms of roll magic. Gets the crit. Down goes the blue dragon, so hey, that works.
It looks
And
like
then
he's
picks a fight with the green dragon. Looks like heals are out healing at least low damage bites here, so
yeah, he's fishing for the low roll. Got it.
you know, when you can make up the XP differential by chunks at a time here, the people who have found the armor are starting to take, or at least trying to branch out into higher order encounters here. Um, that's what Sandcraft's actually been doing here to catch up pretty well. Destiny just pulled a little bit ahead here, but these werewolves and are starting to pay off.
And Destiny's stocking back up on herbs. I'm wondering if he's hoping for the slightly higher heals from the herbs to make those dragon fights a little more doable.
Not that one though.
Not that one. Any other dragon.
I wonder if Sonic's going to take a look at the spike tile here and see if it's anything decent to grind on here. I mean, really hard to say, but
Not if they don't let him get there. Sandcraft, for now, has officially pulled ahead of Destiny in experience.
yeah, something we really wasn't going to think after all that armor pickup there. But yeah, this sleeping werewolves is working, or at least as long as the sleeping is sticking here. Speaking of armoring up, Sani has decided to make the play of picking up that silver shield. I mean, maybe I guess if you repel more on the overworld, you can explore farther, but the red dragons kind of put paid to that. I am kind of actually interested in these demon knights that Destiny has found. With the full everything, they seem fightable.
Yeah, they're not hit too hard. There we go.
Unfortunately, that is a blue dragon on the spike tile. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I mean, if we had a little bit. Oh, never mind. That's DL2
Oh, good
still.
lord. Did we forget? I think we forgot.
Well, I mean, we saw so much stop spell out of him, we forgot that everything in this seed has DL2 breath. I mean, for those of us who have joined outside of early here, I believe magicians had it. I believe skeletons still do have it if they run into those. I don't think they can. Spectres had hurt more. There was just so much in this seed that just said, you die, go home.
Slimes had it.
Slimes had it, yes.
And Dusty's taking another crack at another blue dragon. I think he's just banking on that 25% not hitting him.
Unfortunately, it came around there. Yeah, it's really hard to still just kind of ignore the fact that, but they cast Stop Spell, that's returns.
Yeah, I mean, and it can also be tricky when the RGs let you get away with it a few times. It doesn't hit you that maybe this is suboptimal. But we'll see what he decides to do. It could work out for him. This has been a wild seed.
Yeah, Edge is getting closer, is going back to old reliable Droll Magi here, and actually I don't know if he's repelling Spectres at this point, even without armor, but
Spectre should still be on the menu.
One, 3, 3, 8. Level 13 is not the answer.
Destiny is closing this experience gap rapidly by taking on these dragons. Oh, excuse me. No, I misread. Maybe not. I was seeing 3,000 instead of 2,000.
But yeah. I mean, as long as these green dragons keep playing nice, catching up, well, Sleep is not playing nice right now. Meanwhile, Sawney's still back in, I believe that is Swamp Cave. These Demon Knights, I think, are a pretty good thing going, or at least they don't seem to have any bad abilities. It's just everything that kind of spawns in with them.
As is good and proper in this seed. Alright, chat, place your bets. Which level is going to have the HP and which level is going to have hurt more?
Well, I think we're going to get hurt more at 15, and the HP is going to be all the way at 18. I mean, it's to the point where the XP just feels so slow that even that, Sani has fallen behind based on just some of the stuff that's in this seed. You feel like Sani could actually catch up now, which is exactly what we said for Sandcraft probably, half an hour ago?
Yep. And Edge, even with the same zone he's been in for 45 minutes, has maintained this about 1,000 XP lead over everyone else.
It kind of feels like the others kind of chew into it a little bit, and he just kind of keeps going there. Edge is the only one who has not succumbed to the Siren's allure of finding all the armor here, to which I really can't blame him. Of course, now that I look over there and I see Destiny crit down a blue dragon, I mean, you were right there. Destiny is absolutely kind of carving into this XP lead here. Has just passed Sandcraft again. Um, yeah, it's just really weird seeing just what is working, what isn't working, and Sandcraft runs out of resources on that Axe Knight, unfortunately. Yeah, I think if our runners could just find a zone that's just nothing but demon knights, I think I think they could break out a little better.
I mean, Sawney's taking on these wizards with the stop spell, and he's already defense breaking them, so that might be the best we can get right now.
I mean, just crit also helps. J-Lo, nobody has killed the Hawks this Axe tonight, no. Could be the sword, could be absolutely nothing. We are still missing the bottom of Mountain Cave. Nobody has hit that yet. We are still missing, I believe, the last chest and grave as well. But yeah, Sami is definitely really liking these wizards here, so long as those Hurtmores hold here. Has made a jump in XP here, or at least has started closing the gap. Speaking of closing the gap, with this wizard kill here, if Destiny lives to see it here, we'll bring him within... Well, okay, never mind. I'm just killing wizards too now, but yeah, that 1,000 plus has come down to about 600 here.
It's looking like these wizards may very well be the golden ticket. Finally.
Yeah, wizards and demon knights. This swamp took a while to pay out, but between these two, it's definitely something here. As Destiny has made it to level 13 here. So yeah, again, the gap definitely closing, but Edge has also seemed to have found the hey, these wizards are actually pretty decent to grind on now, so...
Yeah, the other variable here is that Edge has definitely stepped out for some exploration, so he's not getting that consistent XP he was at home base.
Yeah, I guess the question is, you know, chat saying, yeah, maybe it's time for Edge to go pick up the armor at least, which actually probably would track here, but... Uh-oh, and, well, we're gonna find out here as Destiny says, well, let's go dive Charlock. I'm afraid, but sure, why not, I guess.
I mean, when you're killing wizards, you can kill wolf lords, probably run from stone men. So he really just have, and he's killing blues and greens, so he really just has to worry about the red dragons, which is true everywhere.
Well, I mean, given their lack of sleep resistance, I don't even mind picking up the Stone Man here either.
Looks like we lost Edge again, so we'll wait for his stream to kick back in, and we'll give you an update.
Unfortunately, just didn't have the DPS for that blue dragon and is sent out of Charlock, but yeah, I didn't hate the play, actually. Yeah, Sani going back for this swamp grind. It actually, God, we're defense breaking Demon Knights now at least. So yeah, I like this grind here.
I mean, it's got to be a relief for him after an hour of suffering to finally find some place to make some progress.
I mean, considering Sani was like less than 2,000 XP probably like 7 minutes ago, this is actually really nice. We pick Edge back up here for a second here. I saw still level 13, has not picked up 14 here yet. Did not see the XP counter though.
Destiny now
Okay,
has
5,000.
300 experience. Yeah, if you're just joining us, you can see the suffering in the death counters at its exact. We've had a map full of red dragons and full of mobs with Hurtmore and DL2.
And Destiny is just sitting on these blue dragons actually here. Yeah, I guess as long as you don't eat the breath there and you get those returns on stop spell, it's apparently working for him, so...
Edge has found his way back home once again. And a few hundred experience away from 14, which we'll see how our bets turn out.
Yep, Sandcraft is staying on the green dragon grind, which seems to be working for him, but I mean, the biggest thing right here is, you know, down quite a bit earlier here. Sani is between Werewolves, Demon Knights, and Wizards down here is making a hard charge back to XP parity.
Yeah, I definitely, if you had to pick the best grind, I think Sani's found it.
Edge walks into Garenham, walks back out, teasing us though, will he or won't he pick up that armor?
Maybe waiting to see what 14 has before he commits.
Oh, I guess True Lords are in that zone too, and Edge is still picking those up there. Well, I guess 39 defense isn't that bad here. Looks to be about roughly, what, 5750 is 14, correct?
Yeah, I think there's a zone boundary here in the desert. I think there's this zone with the Star Wyverns and the Druid Lords, and then the other zone that has the Spectres, Droll Magi, and the Reds.
Oh, we also forgot the Star Wyverns also have the DL2 breath, because...
Of course.
Sure. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, Destiny has basically caught edge at this point.
Am I seeing Sandcraft back in Swamp? No, he is in Swamp for the Blue Dragons, or at least seeing what it is. Don't recall if he got there earlier.
Wants no part of it, and then drops in his own stop spell there. Does not have the memo of DL2 breath yet, but up here we are. 14 is 3 power, 3 speed, 3 hit points, 3 magic points, but hurt more. Oh my.
And Edge is going to get that news any minute now, so that'll make quite a race.
Yeah, Beta's got the right idea. We know where Axe Knights are. This is go directly to Hawksness. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Possibly collect a sword.
Edge heading for his armor.
Yeah, now is probably the time. Yeah, hurt more is definitely the thing here. Gonna pick up that silver shield as well. Gonna join everybody in full armor at least here. Well, we'll at least, as long as the NPC block finally clears up, but,
Ugh, and the Blue Dragon keeps Destiny from his destination.
Sandcraft not that far away. Sawney's still kind of hard charging here.
Yeah, only 300 experience back. He's been doing well with these Blue Dragons, hasn't gotten DL2 too many times, and there it is.
We would like to remind you that even though you've killed a few of my brothers, I can still do this. Overruled NPCs, why would you suggest this?
Gosh. Destiny and Edge know where to be, and the Reds just will not let them get there.
No, not at all. I mean, I know 78 is still a little bit low for a 50-50 against Reds, but that's just some terrible luck.
Good question. I don't remember, Aaron. It's been an hour and a half.
Yes, that absolutely is a very good question. I am not sure. Sawny is this Sawny saying maybe I could take an X Knight?
I know that Edge has poked his head out several times over the course of the siege.
Just crit.
Hey, I'll get the
Just
job done.
crit. That's the float! Yeah, I mean, I think I have decent rolls here. Sawny is kind of figured on being able to 3-tap an X Knight here, and that seems to work.
All right, Destiny made it.
Yep, let the hurt mooring begin here.
So J-Lo, right now our candidates for sword are Charlock, bottom of mountain, I think the very last chest in grave, and no one has found Rimildar yet.
Yep, seems to be everything.
And Edge getting kill. Oh, well, maybe not. Hey, he made it. I think that's 2 steps from Hawksness, excuse me.
I don't know if Destiny just got low rolled there, but seems to be sent home a lot faster than I thought would happen there.
And Sawny is making this Axe Knight grind work. He is getting close to level 14. As he dies.
I mean, got
I should
within
stop
1,000
talking.
of everybody else there. I mean, you said it. I was thinking it.
I think Edge and Destiny's internet connections are also getting annoyed with the seed.
I mean, you take that many DL2s, it's going to be a thing there. Edge gets the news about the flute. Probably says, I don't care as much. I would just rather start getting this seed over with. And we're going to see where that grind takes us here. But seriously, after all that Sandcraft, I believe might need another Demon Knight after this here. Yeah, it needs one more Demon Knight or other decent XP monster here. Sawny at what, about 5,300 here? Yeah, 5,240. Considering where everybody was, the fact that everybody is kind of converging on level 14 here a little bit is kind of telling.
Yeah, we've had some pretty wild swings. I mean, Edge started out way behind, pushing exploration, trying to find a sword. Sandcraft fell behind when he first picked up armor and shield. Sawneyrath fell behind and is catching up now after doing the same thing, and now we're just all heading towards the same place.
8, 2, 5, 0. We broke 50 HP. Great success, everybody.
It's just a few more kills for Sawny and he'll have his hurt more, and we'll be joining the gang.
I must say, where is the closest town to Hawksness here? As we do see Destiny bailing out here. I thought at this point, I thought Breck was fairly close, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, my conception of this map is out the window.
Well, I mean, we've been start, stopped, reset so much that it's just almost impossible to tell.
In my mind, the entire map is just shaped as one silhouette of a red dragon.
Silhouette and scorch marks everywhere. Sonny has joined the Hurtmore Club here. Edge says, let's go see if the sword is inside Sharlock.
I mean, I'm not sure if Edge knows how likely it is to be down here, but we know this isn't terrible. There's as many chests here as there are outstanding.
Yeah, and I just don't know how, like, part of me is just wondering, has Edge really even just dove grave? Because I've never really seen him in there that much. I mean, we're an hour and a half in, so I could totally be off base here, but... Meanwhile, they're over the rest of the world. Why aren't they in Sharlock? Of course they're in Sharlock. Red Dragon's on the first couple floors here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I love the running away from killable enemies at this point while he's in here, although he's probably does not have the MP to make it all the way down if he does all the fights.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to lob a Hurtmore to at Axe Knights if they pop up there, or Green Dragons, but, yeah, I get it. You do want to at least be able to make sure you can make it down to those chests, yes.
But if Sword does end up being down here, that will give him an opportunity to catch up on this experience, as others may choose to go clear out the remaining dungeons.
Destiny definitely going to be the first here. Did open up a fairly large XP lead, just being the first one to just be able to sit on these Axe Knights here. So we will get 16 here fairly soon, hopefully.
If the Axe Knight decides to play along.
I mean, there's been enough player death this seed here.
Edge going for Judge's table first.
Sonny is trying to hurt more blue dragons here.
Has Sonny seen Hawksness?
Oh yeah, Sonny has the flute. Sonny's definitely seen Hawksness.
Okay. Maybe he just felt it was easier to get to this spike rather than walking through red dragon zones to get the Hawksness again.
Could be. Anyway, here's level 16. We are getting no power, 2 speed, 13 hit points.
Hey, double-digit hit points.
And heal more. Double-digit hit points, great. We're at 70. We need at least, what, 27 more?
At least.
I mean, at this point, level 16, that's a large HP level we're looking for. Not going anywhere for a while. Are we going to get sponsored by Snickers here?
Alright, and are we seeing Destiny strike out for exploration at this point? He's like, I've got heal more, let's go find the sword before we finish this grind.
That's kind of a hard one here. I mean, at this point in this seed, 70 hit points may feel almost like invincibility, but then again, I'm seeing Edge pick up an Armor Knight there, getting a little low on the resource counts.
He's made it to the U room, so he's getting pretty close to the treasury here. And looks like Destiny will be picking up the Mountain Cave chest right about the same time. So we may have a sword pickup incoming.
Or everybody misses and it's all in the bottom of the grave.
Or Rimmildar.
Hey, a fighter's ring, that's nice.
Gold and a torch.
Only one chest left for Mountain.
Oh no, and a red.
It's not in Mountain. Oh, that's gotta be
Goldman, that's it. Yep.
Goldmans are not native, so yeah, that's so wow. Sword in Charlock.
Right, so that puts Edge in grind and go.
Though I kind of wonder here, I mean, even with Flame Swords right now, I don't know what our runners are approaching here, at least in terms of attack power. I mean, I'm not going to say Urgric Sword is bad at any stretch of the imagination, because it's not, but the question is, if we've got to go to like 18, 19 here and get a couple other decent strength levels, well, was it necessary?
Yeah, so at this point, Edge has got the knowledge. If anyone else decides to commit to the grind and just cross their fingers and toes that Sword is down there without full clearing the map, they'll still have a shot at this. But we're about to see some rapid level gains from Edge.
Yeah, with nothing else to do other than just grind and go here, it is mathematical at this point, at least. But yeah, some of the others have opened up a bit of a lead here. Sani has also found way down to Mountain Cave. Is going to pick up at least a fighter's ring for a kind of side prize, but unfortunately not much more than that.
And sent home by the AK-47.
Which is wonderful news for the other runners who don't know that the sword is there. Just about any kind of just extra time right now without knowledge of that sword here, as Sandcraft has now picked up level 16 as well.
Destiny heading into Charlock. The story now remains the same as it has the whole seed. Pray you don't run into a red dragon. RNG just not letting Edge get anywhere near Hawksness right now. To answer the question in chat, I think Sandcraft is in a similar situation as Destiny and Sawny have been as of 10 minutes ago, where they had seen maybe top of grave and top of mountain, but hadn't really gotten the deep dive.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense there. I'm kind of doing math here, so the whole idea, I'm kind of wondering why I'm just diving back in there, but I mean, if we get a big HP level and, we get like a 40 HP level and we get no attack power, I mean, Edge just still only got 120 AP at this point.
Yeah, I think Edge is in Charlock now because he got sick of dying on the way to Hawksness and just figured, screw it, I'm just going to kill things here.
Absolutely fair enough. Which could also mean why Sawny is picking up blue dragons here, there.
I think
but I mean, between
all
all that, now the XP lead changes hands. There's about to change hands once more here, as Sandcraft is our new leader in the clubhouse, just staying on this Axonite grind. Yes, I believe the 200 chest, if my pyramid game is thinking that correctly. And I believe that we are about to be shown level 17 here. Yep, alright, level 17, 2 power, 1 speed, 8 hit points, 7 magic points. Welcome to level 18.
The saga continues. And Sawny made it to Hawksness. I think he got tired of the, oh my god, I just need to not talk ever again. Kick me out of the commentary booth.
He did, in fact, make it to Hawksness, but...
he did.
Oh my,
What I said was accurate.
I mean, we're not going to get to 250 deaths, but this seed is going to try.
It's trying real hard. It depends on when the HP comes.
Yep, gonna spend the rest of his resources here to finish off probably one last Saxonite. Oh, nope, not even that. Taking a refill trip home here. Even our MP isn't... Oh, no, 100 Force fine, never mind. Curse Monkey Paw, you can have these Axe Knights on the way to Hawksness, but as soon as you get to Hawksness, they all transform into Armored Knights to hit Spike.
Sandcraft finally saying, "Screw it! I'm killing the red dragons instead of running from them." I think that's the right move at this point. You got heal more.
It feels a little bit bad, but yeah, you do have that heal more. Root for you, Sonny. Make it okay. Got to the Axe Knight here. Let the XP commence.
Destiny taking another crack at Charlock.
Edge is diving, looking for some of that extra. I don't know what Edge is diving for.
Maybe
At this
trying
point.
to get out of the Stone Man zone to something with a higher encounter rate for better experience. Although he's almost out of resources, so. Did he just put a...
No, he didn't, but I very much thought he did almost there.
I was like, what? Oh, man. That would be a wild play.
Team Axe Knight going to reign supreme for a little bit. Sonny is going to pick up level 16. Going to get the fairly reasonable news of actual hit points on a level. Who'd have thought? Level 18 here is 9 power. There we go. Speed 1, 3 hit. We're going to 19. I mean, I'm very happy to see that 9 strength if I am a Sandcraft, because, I mean, if you find Sword, that is your ticket to generally at least, what, a 130 power DL, which I feel pretty good about, but...
Yeah. I mean, Edge has made it to Hawksness, and I'm going to stop talking now, and hopefully he'll make it to the Axe Knight. Alright.
I mean, it's really hard to kind of feel out, as Chad is saying, are we gonna see somebody who makes it to, like, 95 or something, based on the fact that we do have 92 defense here, at least on Sandcraft's side? It's like, if you hit 95, do you just kind of take your chances and hope you see a lot, or very few breaths, I guess?
Yeah, it's definitely a good reason to have either the manual or the calculator open to crunch your numbers for these edge cases.
Sandcraft had to go back for resources. Edge is about to get the news that 17 will not be enough. And Sonny has made it back to the Axe Knights. Let's go.
And Destiny getting lower down in Charlock, running a little bit low in resources, but we'll see if he can make it to the chests. They'll get the good news.
Gotta be fairly close to 18 by the time he's done at this rate, too.
Yeah, we've got a couple of different scenarios that could play out here for any of our runners. If Sandcraft decides to explore the map rather than hitting Charlock straight away, that could allow another player to slip in ahead of him. If Destiny, for whatever reason, can't make it to these chests, that's going to slow him down. So it's still quite a few players in the game here.
Yeah, and I mean, now we're seeing all these armored knights pop up at the bottom of Charlock here, so... I mean, I feel like we've got wonderful agility here, but that seems to just be a number in terms of actually getting away from things here. I do believe we are about to see 19 and another X-Knight or two for Sandcraft here.
There's also the possibility of Sandcraft getting down into Charlock and saying, screw it, I'm using a flame sword and not checking the chests at all. And if he hits himself on an edge case and dies to DL2, that could change the game as well.
1-1-24-10, I believe that was our answer. And now all the monsters are just in a rush to say, no, you can't leave!
And it seems as Sandcraft agrees as he's heading out.
He's heading out, but he's taking a wizard to go here. I think he's looking at that strength, being like, well, if I had Erdrick's sword, this is obvious, but Destiny did get to the bottom and did pick up his sword there. Might go take a look at the spike tile, yeah. Oh, he is heading to mountain, so he's definitely looking for sword. Gonna at least get fighter's ring, which is kind of a bad prize, but...
Yeah, this shouldn't be too big of a slowdown for him.
Yeah, Sandcraft just needs to avoid falling into the grave trap here. You know, this isn't too bad here, but any trip into deep grave would give either Destiny or Edge probably time to catch up. Sawney a little bit more behind, not terribly so. But that just might be just like one bag Charlock away from catching up there as well.
And Destiny does have his sword. Looks like he's gonna go try to take a sneak peek at the spike tile, see what he's in for.
But why not pick up, well, why not attempt to pick up 350 XP of Golem, but that was his last herb, and one more heal more. I mean, I guess you could still fight it out, there, unless you really want to know what's on that spike tile.
Looks like Sandcraft is continuing to explore, so it's going to open up a window for Destiny and Edge to maybe catch up here.
I mean, that looks back in the, is heading back into Hawksness. May not think 19's enough here.
I have to wonder what's in his mind. Maybe he's thinking one more level if he can do it with the flame sword, and if the Erdrix is in Rimmildar somewhere in some random corner. He doesn't have to worry about finding it.
Sawney has returned to Blue Dragons, easier to get to at the very least here. I believe that was a Stone Man on the, yeah, Stone Man on the spike tile, so nothing terrible there. Yeah, I'd say the more time here, Destiny is very close to 19 here. If Destiny picks up 19 quickly here, could bolt ahead of, get bolt ahead of Sandcraft here. This might actually be one of the times where Destiny actually wants to run into a red dragon or two.
Is he thinking a grind and dive?
I mean, he's only like 400-ish off of 19 here, but you don't really need the MP, as long as you can keep your resources. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it just comes down to how nice is this Charlotte going to beat him on the way down.
I mean, 91 agility does give you positive running odds against basically everything, but...
He's running from the red dragon. This is interesting.
And unfortunately, the red dragon says, I don't care about your agility, you're going home.
Really anybody's race at this point.
And now he just picks up a red dragon on a crit there and is one more red dragon or just decent enemy away from that 19.
Edge barreling closer
also,
to it as well.
Or sorry, yeah, you're right. Edge is about. We could have a bit of a foot race here, as 20 is fairly imminent for Sandcraft here as well. Sani picks up 18 off the Blue Dragons here. Alright, Destiny at 19 is starting the Charlock dive here.
And Edge getting 19 right now. And we have no idea what's happening with this. Oh, wait, okay. One side is blocked.
Yes, I mean, we're just going to leave that on the red dragon. Just to let you know that it is still there. It is still watching.
Here comes 20.
But let's see, level 20. Didn't think I'd be saying that today. 4 power, 1 speed, 16 more hit points. And he's going back for more.
125
or Death
attack
Warp.
power? 126? Yeah, Death Warp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's doable.
Oh, that's absolutely doable.
Sandcraft disagrees. Or he's just going for a
No,
death. Okay, there we
was
go.
just being really way too efficient at actually killing those X-Knights there. Has returned home. Edge is in Sharlock. Destiny is down 2 stairs already, and Sami's still on some blue dragons here.
We're about to have 3 runners all in Charlock at the same time, it looks like. Assuming Sandcraft doesn't turn around. Two hours, wild swings and exploration and experience differences, and here we are. $233 deaths.
Oh my, Sandcraft checking that status screen again, like, I'm not sure, but you know, besides the fact that he's got 15 heal mores in the tank. Was debating Fairy Waters and decides, yes, I need Fairy Waters. Destiny is on the Dragon Lord's floor here. It's been a long, drawn-out journey today. It's looking pretty good, JLo. The number next to death is absolutely real. 100% real. You know, I just saw him pick up that DL2 on 46, and I was like, I was terrified for a back attack fire there.
Edge burning a more, but should be okay.
Yeah, had a little bit of choppiness going into the fight, so I don't have a good count on the hit points of Dragon Lord, but honestly, this feels a little bit academic here.
Let's just avoid the miss menu. Plus, chat's got us covered.
And don't look now, but also at level 19, Sani has just entered the top floor and is right on Sandcraft's heels, too.
And Sani using some fairy waters out of habit.
I mean, with the defense some of our runners are at, I'm wondering at 90, don't you actually get anybody with that repel down here, or...
Alright, get your GGs out in chat for Destiny of a Dragon Warrior.
A little closer than I thought it would be, but yeah. At this point, the marathon is finally over. We can we can go back to a normal life, I guess. One that actually has hit points on levels. We are joined by Destiny the Dragon Warrior. How you feeling?
Exhausted, relieved, feeling pretty good. I was expecting someone else to finish and several other someone else's to finish well before me, but things somehow worked out. I'm a bit of a loss for words after that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how close things actually ended up being in the end here with everyone in Charlock simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, the story of the seed, basically, one part, where's the HP, one part, with the red dragons finally leave me alone. What have we had? Over 230 deaths? Yeah, that was about it there. But just absolutely garbage stats for all of you. And that's pretty much how it ended.
I'm curious, did anyone else, as looks like Edge just defeated the Dragon Lord here, did anyone get bamboozled by Erdrick's armor and have to reset or run into some permanent repel trouble there?
Yeah, so
Sandcraft was the biggest victim of that. Picked up the full set around, I want to say, like level 6 there. Ran around looking for a viable grind. Ended up finding it in Upper Grave.
yeah, the story of the seed for viewers was kind of wild changes of who was in the lead throughout the race. Edge started out pretty far behind. It took him a while to find a weapon, and he wasn't content to kill slimes. Then he settled into a really solid grind without too much exploration, pulled out to a large experience lead. And then around the time everyone else had armor and was actually choosing to kill some of the Charlock enemies, that's when his lead kind of started to dissolve a little bit.
And then it came down to finding probably the better grind, I would say, in Swamp, wherein you guys finally could, despite those hit point totals, start, hitting Demon Knights, Wizards, things like that, but there was just nothing coming easy on this seed here.
Looks like we have Edge in chat as well. Edge, how you feeling?
Wow! Well, that was fun.
For varying definitions of fun, yes.
For the sadists in here, yeah, that was quite fun. That grind was something else, man. I'm glad to see that I am not the only person, now that I'm looking at the piece here, that had more deaths than HP at one point. Somewhere around level 13, I've got 50 deaths and 49 HP, and I'm just like, yep, this is going to be a great night. I love it.
Between that, the Red Dragons, and about half the enemies rolling DL2, yeah, I'm sure it was.
I can only imagine how close I was to Destiny. I felt behind that entire race so terribly.
So you were the last one out of level 1 jail there by finally finding that broadsword there. And then you went on a dedicated grind, and at that point, everybody else kind of decided a little bit more on exploration, and you built a lead, and you really didn't relinquish it until your dive for sword.
I figured that might have cost me a little bit.
Yeah, I think your grind spot really was working for you for a very long time compared to everyone else, and then once they all reached the point where with armor they could kill some of those Charlock enemies. Destiny started going after blues and greens. Sandcraft was killing wolf lords, and that's when they started to eat into your lead.
Yeah, I felt that it was pretty rough. That desert outside. The only thing I waited on was Hurtmore. As soon as I got Hurtmore and grabbed armor and silver, that was just kind of one of those. Okay, now let's head back to Hawksness, see what was there, and then I felt like at this point it's got to be sword's got to be somewhere. And then I started to try and look for Mountain Cave and couldn't find it, and just finding out that things were still a little rough up there in Hawksness, in Hawksness. It was rough all around.
Yeah, I mean, the lead changed hands several times over the course of the seed. Towards the end there, it was really anybody's game. You and Destiny picked up Hurtmore at the same time. At one point, you and Destiny and Sandcraft were all like, if this person makes that choice, then they'll get the Charlock first. It was very close. Sawneyrath, who's on Dragonlord now, like, really fell behind on experience and then found a good grind in Swamp Cave with wizards and just went on a tear and closed the gap pretty impressively.
Well, once again, GG to Destiny. I mean, I got grouped with a good group of runners here, and to be behind by just that much, I can't complain.
I think in this seed there weren't any winners, there's just survivors. That's how I feel.
Yeah, surviving is definitely how I would describe this seed for sure.
Yeah, I knew we were in for a doozy when in every direction there was Charlock enemies, Red Dragons, and Star Wyverns with DL2 Breath, and Armored Knights, and it's like, oh, okay, so there's really nowhere accessible to grind besides the Scorpions, and then a little bit further than that, okay, now we're on to the Skeletons. How long am I going to be fighting Skeletons? And just Strength came along pretty okay for a bit, but the HP was definitely the roadblock for a long time. And no healing spell, and no hurt or hurt more.
Oh yeah. My question is what got everybody else out of level 1 jail? Like, it just took me getting over to Gearnham and grabbing a broadsword that was super cheap.
5 slimes. 5 slimes is how I got out of level 1, and then I was able to take a Scorpion, which got me to level 3, and on from there.
Yeah, I found
Destiny
slime.
definitely... Yeah, Destiny started with the lead, with those slimes. Sandcraft and Sawny both made it to Cantlin and got a flame sword. Actually, I think one of them also got to Gearnham, but...
I thought Sandcraft was the one who found a medal just north of the starting
Right, I
zone.
forgot about the medal.
Nice. Yeah, it was. I mean, this could have been a whole lot worse. But I enjoyed it. Again, I'm not one to say, oh, well, this is just too hard. Let's call a reroll. I'll fight everything till I just can't anymore.
Yeah, as long as we didn't pick up any armor, there were options out there and a few desert tiles here and there. They weren't great options, especially as each level went on and there was just no more survivability, but fortunately agility didn't skyrocket where we were repelling more than what we could handle at times. But even the zones that I was finding with like the skeletons and that the blue dragons were there, and then I went north by Swamp Cave, and there were skeletons and wraiths there, which worked for a little while, but there was also red dragons in that zone, and there's blues and greens on the way. Very, very dangerous, and really just took a long time. I felt like I had to be aggressive to go after the blue dragons and the green dragons, and pick up the armor and silver shield when I did, just because I felt behind. Because it took me a while to find a town, and then when I did and there was a broadsword, I was like, oh no, that... not a complete game changer, but certainly would have been helpful for a while. And then the next town I find, Breckenary, not too far away from Start as well. There's a flame sword there for like 5 gold.
Yeah, I ended up finding the flame sword way late, but I had the broadsword for a good hot minute, so it was kind of one of those. it works. And then I get to Caitlin and 5 gold sword. I was like, oh, thanks.
I mean, the cheap broadsword wasn't a terrible thing to grab either, but yeah, when you see the 5 gold flame sword, it's like, well, at least you got something usable, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely got its use tonight. That's for sure. Well, I am going to get out of here. GG's. Thanks to everybody in the background for doing what you guys do. Man, fun times for everybody, right?
I mean, so long as you guys had fun, we had a blast, right?
Hey, that's what we're here for, to give chat something to watch, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch this back and see the lead changes and what worked for folks and what didn't work for folks, and of course for myself, what gave me that little push to get ahead and see if I can use that to my advantage going forward.
Speaking of, we have Sawny in. GG, Sawny. That was, yeah, that was absolutely a seed that existed, right?
Something like that. I have not had a seed like that in a long time.
Yeah, you were the second one to go full on with, I believe, armor shield. Had to take a little bit of that grind. It was just basically a lot of you were just looking for grinds. You actually picked up one of the better ones. It was just kind of a little late when you started hitting the ones in Swamp, when you figured out you could basically defense break wizards, and you definitely made like a hard charge to come back. And had hit points not been on 19, I think you might have made it actually.
Yeah, it would have been possible, but with us having to go to level 19 for HP, that was just... It was gross, but it was fun at the same time.
And not
Yeah,
to
you really did
mention,
make an impressive charge there once you locked in on those wizards.
Yeah, because once I figured out I could defense break them, it was go in, get wizard, stop spell, and then swing them down and hope for the best.
yeah, not to mention that getting back to Hawksness, as was shown by everybody, was not free.
No, Hawks was not free by any means whatsoever, especially with Armored Knights just wandering around in there. And then the Axe Knight, once we were able to kill it, it wasn't that bad. It was just a matter of whether or not we were going to get an Armored Knight on the off tile.
Yeah, I think both you and Edge kind of fell victim to that, with the dangerous route to Hawksness, and both you kind of opted for a little while to kill some blue dragons first before trying again.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% certain on the blue dragons and didn't realize they had DL2 until a bit later. And since they were pretty heavy on stop spell, so it made some of the kills free, but definitely not all of them.
Yeah, that was the problem with the blue dragon fight. It was super volatile. If it's blowing DL2 breath, you're toast and sent home. But if it throws 3-4 stop spells in a row, it's super free, and a lot of volatility and RNG with that.
Yeah, lots of high risk, high reward.
Towards the end, when I needed sword and I was at, I think, level 17, I just decided to try to dive and grind in Charlock and see if Erdrick's sword was down there, because I had seen Mountain and cleared Mountain, but I hadn't not seen Coal or Stone's Cave or Grave Chest 5, and I was thinking, yeah, it could be in Coal, and I could go find Coal, but you know what, with open Charlock, odds are I feel like that if there would have been anything in Coal, it would have been one of the Rainbow Drop components that got removed from the game. And it just feels like the odds are Sword's going to be down in Charlock. And it took me 2 attempts. I got one dive where I was, I think, in the U room and took a death on the way down, and I was just short of level 18, I believe, at that point, and had to go down there again and eventually got the sword, and then did a 3rd dive once I got resources back and got level 19 to finish it off. I ended up defeating more stonemen than I'd like to admit down there. I was hoping for some of the free enemies, right? The wizards and the werewolf, just quickly chop them down, preserve MP, but I got all the red dragons and stonemen. It was like down to 20 or 30 MP just 2 floors down when I was trying to make a good dive and grind down to the bottom, but it all worked out.
I will say, shoutouts to that hero slime that DL2'd me at the start of the seed. That slime definitely gets its medal for the day.
Obligatory. Slimes had DL2 breath?
Yes, Slimes had 25% DL2 breath. Just like almost everything else in the seed, apparently, but
Pretty much.
Yep. Oh, 25% stop spell too.
Oh gosh.
Well, I feel very fortunate taking out 5 of those without a problem to get to level 2. I see the issue when we were talking earlier with Edge about getting out of level 1 jail. I was like, I just defeated 5 slimes. What was the problem? Now I understand the problem a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a bit nasty to get out of the level 1 jail.
I think ultimately you all acquitted yourselves very well in this scene. I think everyone had some shining moments of good decision making throughout.
That said, do we have any more thoughts here? Are we going to take a well-deserved break after the end of that one there?
I'll say GG's to my fellow runners tonight, Edge, Sandcraft, and Sawneyrath. I feel like we bonded over this experience together. Let's hope that all of your week 2 seeds go better than this. I'm looking forward to continuing on with the Winter League races and flag sets, and feel good coming out of this with the win and the 5 points. It's really important to get a 5-point result somewhere along the way, and I've got that in the bank here out of week 1, so feeling good about that, but anything can happen over the next 4 weeks. I want to thank all of the volunteers tonight on the restream and commentary and tracking crew. Can't do it without you. Appreciate everyone watching, and we're going to have a series of additional broadcasts this weekend. We've got one more live race Sunday morning, and then some vodcasts of some races that we weren't able to show live tomorrow and Sunday. So watch for those on the DW Randomizer channel, and if you want to volunteer for commentary or tracking, feel free to do so in the Discord. We're looking to load up volunteers to make those broadcasts happen, as well as a restreamer for the live race Sunday morning. That's my spiel.
Yes, I believe the first of which is to be 3 p.m. Eastern here, the podcast at least tomorrow. I believe that's Group 7. That's my own group, actually, so I'll get to watch that back as well there, but I will say it was a good race as well, so yeah, plenty more, and I believe there's a 5 p.m. Eastern after that podcast. I believe I don't have a schedule in front of me.
Yeah, we're going to go 3 p.m. tomorrow, and then roughly 5 p.m. will be when the second one rolls after that. And then on Sunday, the plan is 11:30 a.m. Eastern live race, and then vodcast for the last race Sunday at 3 p.m. And then we'll pop on shortly after that and have a week 2 groups reveal, and then you can start scheduling your races or watch another big sporting event that's happening Sunday evening.
Yeah, but the Patriots are involved. Who does that?
Wait, sports ball is happening Sunday evening? What?
Yeah, they tend to hype this one, yes.
I hear there's going to be a superb owl there.
But yeah, when it comes to final thoughts, Destiny pretty much covered it all that I was going to say. GG's to everybody again. We definitely bonded over this seed, and holy moly, this was a seed. So it's going to be one to definitely watch back, figure out where I could have improved a bit.
I mean, that one was so rough that I'm not even sure where to even say if it could have been. But yeah, as somebody said, this was you survived this, and that's basically all that matters at this point.
Oh yeah, and Artorias, you're not allowed to roll my seeds anymore.
Yes, very important. Glad you mentioned that. I had forgotten. Blame Artorias. Always.
You're welcome.
All right, it looks like we're going to go ahead and raid into F. Coughlin, who's playing Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. So we'll get that going in just a minute.